Good morning, everyone. This is Mr. Pelaez, bringing you your weekly message on what's going to be taking place this week. But before we get started with what you guys are going to have to do for math, Mr. Tesfam and I created a new section to our weekly videos called Did You Know? And the subject that we wanted to cover today when it comes to this Did You Know section is something that came to my mind when I was reading a book, and I was looking at when that book was written, and it's referring to AD and BC. A lot of you have been reading throughout your years at school, and sometimes you guys see these AD and BC when it refers to time, right? And so, what do AD and BC stand for? Well, if you guys look at the screen, you guys will see that there's kind of like a timeline right there. And on the top it says AD, the bottom it says BC. But what does AD and BC stand for? Many of you might know, many of you might not. So let's check it out. Its true meaning, AD, is referring to Anno Domini, which is Latin for in the year of our Lord. And BC refers to before Christ. Now, where was AD and BC created? Or when? When was AD and BC created? In the medieval times, somewhere between the years 801 and 900. So approximately 1220 years ago, somewhere around there. Why were AD and BC created? Back then, people decided that they needed to give each year a number. And so they figured they had to start at one point. When did they start counting up? Right, so they decided they needed a starting point, so they chose the starting point to be the year that Jesus was born, which they called Anno Domini. And they called that particular year AD 1. We are now in AD 2020. Do we still use AD and BC? Yes, we do. But we also use something else. AD is also known as CE, which refers to Common Era, and BC is also known as BCE, which refers to Before Common Era. Now, these changes happened around the year AD 1708. People didn't want to connect religion to the starting point, so they changed AD to CE and BC to BCE. Now, for your scoop for this week, here are your 5 questions that you guys will answer based on this section of Did You Know? The first one is, what does AD and BC stand for? What year is the starting point? Why was that starting point chosen? Around what year did people start referring to AD and BC as CE and BCE? And what does CE and BCE stand for? Okay, so this is your Did You Know section. And now let's get going to what you guys will be doing this week. So as you guys can see, I'm opening up my Delta Math. For Delta Math this week, you guys have 4 assignments. Assignments 129 through 132. For 129 and 130, those 2 assignments are due on the 20th, which is this Wednesday. And assignments 131 and 132 are due Friday. Okay. So you guys have some easy assignments. They're really not hard. We will go over them when we get into our Zoom sessions this week, which I hope that you guys come and join us. Now, on Friday, don't forget we have a quiz. So make sure that you guys start it right away. Don't wait until the end, because remember that quiz opens up at 9 and closes at 11:59 on Friday. Okay? So again, I hope you guys are well. Take care of yourselves, and we will see each other during class time.